high-tech, highfalutin, lazy, or foo-foo America gets, we will never stop hunting and fishing. This is the Hunting Quest. Hunting Quest. We take 1 hour of every week and talk about our favorite things in the world, hunting and fishing. You'll get tips and help on the fishing environment locally in the DMV area. Plus, we're going to have fun along the way. This is the Hunting Quest. And now your host, Mike Tippin and Bennett Malin.
Dude, that intro was so loud when I first started it.
Yep. I heard it and I was very quietly trying to turn it down.
It's been a while. I grabbed that slider and threw it up and was like, yeah, that should be good.
That should be good.
Play. And I was like, oh.
That's a little loud.
It's like, oh God, turn that down a little bit.
Yeah. So did you do all the things right and you're recording and streaming and all that? I know it's been a while.
Allegedly we are. I've got a little thing in the top left that says we're live and a little thing in the bottom right that says we're recording. So what could possibly go wrong? And nothing can go wrong.
Oh no, it all went horribly wrong.
Oh jeez. Well, what's up, man?
Not a whole lot. It's had to take a break for a couple of weeks, but
that was a good break. I'm gonna be honest. That was kind of nice. I was talking to Dad earlier today, and he was like, "What are you guys going to talk about tonight?" I was like, "I have no idea. Like, I haven't been doing anything. I haven't been hunting. I haven't been fishing. I fished a few times, but it's like I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about. I've been going to work and sleeping, and I've got a little pepper garden on the balcony now.
Oh, look at you!
And that's what I've been doing.
That's pretty cool.
Whole lot of nothing. It's been kind of nice.
Kind of nice. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've got fishing season is among us. Turkey season is closing out, and I know a lot of people who are they claim that they're not turkey hunters. They only turkey hunt to get them to fishing season. So I mean,
that's
they truly have no real appreciation for turkey hunting.
I don't know, man. You give me a choice between chasing a gobbler and slinging a lure around. I'm chasing the gobbler every day.
Yeah, every day.
Every day.
Yeah, every single time. So.
Doesn't matter. Rain, shine, cold, warm, don't care. I'm going to go chase birds.
Yep. I won't do it in a tornado. That's where I draw the line.
Dude, speaking of that, did you see that weather warning a couple weeks ago, dude? I was like, oh, this is going to get western.
Oh, yeah. And then this one of the guys that works for me, I guess it was about 100 to 150 yards, the tornado, that F1 that touched down in Warrington.
Uh-huh.
It was like 100 to 150 yards from his house. Yeah.
Hell no, dude.
His neighbor has got like this big cow, got a big cattle farm, and destroyed all of his, everything on that farm.
God.
And didn't kill any cows, fortunately, but
that's good.
Just decimated that farm.
Yeah, dude. It was I saw we were sitting here watching TV and the alert on my phone started going off, and I was like, what the hell is that? And I look and it was tornado warning.
Nah.
I was like, huh. Warning. We went straight to warning and not a watch?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
That's going to get interesting. And I was like, there ain't no damn tornado, dude. I'm in Maryland. There ain't no tornadoes here. And I pull up my phone and look at the radar, and you know me. I can look at a radar and be like, nah, we're fine.
Yeah.
Nah, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I pulled that radar up, and the next thing I did was walk to the front door and grab our shoes and grab the dog's leashes and go put them in the bathroom.
Yep.
Because fun fact, if you ever are in a tornado, take shoes with you to wherever you're going to go shelter.
Yep.
Because if your house is gone, you come back out with no shoes.
Yep.
It's going to suck.
Yeah. Absolutely suck.
So Rebecca was like, "What are you doing? Why are you actually worried about this?" And I was like, "It's fine. It's fine.
It's just fine.
It's going to be fine." And then I walked outside and looked at the sky, and I was like,
there's the green.
This may not be fine. That is a really weird looking storm. And it was, dude, when after our tornado warning went off here, and I walked out and looked, that sky was green and it was dead calm. And I was like, oh, I don't like this at all.
This ain't good.
I was like, this is weird. and the wind started picking up, and it started raining, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is how it happens.
Here we go.
Well, this is gonna get fun.
Yeah,
but thankfully nothing up this way.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy, man. I mean, that was absolutely crazy. So, but you know, we made it. Everybody made it. I don't think nobody. I could be wrong, but I don't think anybody was injured from the tornado that came through Virginia.
Yeah, I didn't see anything on it.
Yeah, I think the only thing
we didn't even get a call from work, so
yeah.
usually that's you know when things are bad when work calls and they're like, "Hey, are you alive?"
Call
yes. Yep. Yeah, start running down the list.
Yep.
Hey man, just making sure you're alive. Half the time I'm like, what happened? What's going on? I don't even know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what's happening, but all right.
Yeah. So but yeah, so definitely screwed up some fishing around here.
Yeah. We've been talking to Travis and trying to get out to do some bow fishing, but I mean, you know, this when that rain starts running into the river like that, it's just it's like trying to fish in freaking chocolate milk. You can't see anything. Bow fishing's all sight fishing, so we haven't even been able to. I haven't been out bow fishing yet, and it's June 5th.
Yeah.
I'm like, whew.
So all the snakes are gone.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well.
Now you're relegated to catfish.
Oh no.
Oh no. Who was it? I saw somebody up on Facebook that had shot some pretty good snakes.
Oh, I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any snakes from anybody.
Yeah, they were. I mean, it wasn't like what you used to see with these big, 30+ inch freaking snakes.
Right.
They were good sized snakes.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of them. I think they'd stuck like 7 or 8. It was somewhere around here though. I don't know. Somebody. I have to go and look back at Facebook, but yeah, it's a good picture, good snakes.
I saw the I'll have to find it so I don't say this incorrectly. But Travis took out the Vader Bow guys. And they shot what the hell was it? A mirror carp?
Yeah.
Dude, and it is a stud.
Really?
Dude, it's huge.
Yeah, they're pretty slick, aren't they?
And I've never seen one. Of all the bow fishing I've done down there, I've never seen one of them.
I've seen them in the water. I've never seen one.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the scales are like the size of my hand.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, yeah, it's sick.
They're pretty.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool.
I can't remember. I think I was with, obviously I was with Travis, but I don't remember who was the captain on the boat when we were out that I saw that first mirror and it was like the second time ever I'd been bow fishing. So, I mean, I could have shot at a landmine or, never hit it. But,
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we were doing circles around the damn thing and never shot it, but saw it really, really up really close. So, dude,
that's like the last time you and I went. We had that gar like 3 foot from the boat, just an easy layup shot. And we're like, wait, let's do this on 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, ready? 1, 2, 3. I went over it and you went under it. And we're like, damn it.
Both miss.
How did we do that?
Yep.
It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
It's a good time, though.
That was the Jared trip, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
So fishing season is on us, at least in our area. It's been on, I don't know. Like I said, I fished to pass the time during turkey season,
Mm-hmm.
and, but no, so it looks like, we've had some good weather, at least, when we're not having tornadoes, we've got these bluebird, blue sky days, and it seems to work out pretty well. But we've done pretty well. Nothing big, nothing fancy.
Mm-hmm.
I went to my super secret special spot to go fish.
Nice.
And you've been there, so
yeah, that's a fun place to fish.
It is.
It's an easy place to fish.
It's
a little different. You got to get used to it. It takes a minute to figure them out, but it's a fun place to fish.
Yeah, and what you threw yesterday won't work today. And they get smart to stuff pretty quick. And you gotta. There's certain times when they're biting and when they're not biting, and when they ain't biting, ain't nothing biting.
Yeah.
So it was cool. It was a good time. But and you were fishing a couple other places, right?
Yeah, me and a buddy, we went out and fished a little pond, and we caught I caught like a bass, I think, like a little
Yep.
2-pounder maybe. And we were catching little crappie that were like this big. And it was like every cast. He was using a like a little grub tail on a jig head and just had it on a bobber and sling it out to the middle of the pond, and you'd see that bobber thunk thunk thunk. He'd set the hook, reel it in, pop it off. He wasn't even bringing them over. He's just grabbing the hook with a pair of pliers and twisting them out and
Nice.
cast right back out.
Yep.
Thump thump. Takes it, sets the hook again. I'm like, dude, what are you using? Unfortunately, we couldn't keep any of them.
Sure.
Because we had a couple that you could have cut them up and fried them up, but we couldn't keep them where we were fishing, so we were just throwing them back. But it was a good time, and then we went out and fished the bay a little bit, and that
Shore fish or boat fish?
no, he's got a little boat, and emphasis on the little. So we're trying to, keep ourselves away from like the main section of the bay. We're kind of staying back in a little cove. But it was a good time. We went out and it was just a bunch of killing time. So
That's cool.
we found a little like rock pile thing, and we flipped around there for a little bit, and I had like one bite. It's just, dude, that bay fishing, it's
Different.
It's completely different. And I've never done it. He's done it only a few times.
Big learning curve.
It's a huge learning curve. The whole time, after about like hour and a half, getting close to that 2-hour mark, I'm sitting there like, we're just fishing water.
Yep.
I just realized that, like, we're not like on structure or in a corner or we're kind of just fishing water as far as you can see.
Yep.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
I think we need to re-strategize this for next time.
Big
But,
water is big fish in big water.
Yeah.
Is way different than
Yeah.
it's the same thing when you look at those folks that fish like the Great Lakes. They get
Oh,
out on
yeah.
those things. That is fishing like you've never done in your life. And I mean the concept or the idea principle behind fishing is pretty simple. You put something on that's going to attract a fish that will ultimately entice a fish to bite it, and you reel it in some way, shape, or form.
Mhm.
So the concept is relatively easy, right? And everybody says, well, how hard is it to really fish? Well, let me tell you something. It's way damn harder than what you think.
Yeah.
But you get out there and you get to fishing, and the Great Lakes are one thing. The rivers, like down in South Alabama and Louisiana, way different.
Mhm.
And fishing the bay here, everything is different.
Yeah.
And,
Well, and it's all completely different from one another. It's not catching, hell, even going after the same species. Largemouth bass are different in every single pond you go to.
Yep.
Granted, there's a few baits that you can throw that you probably catch them on just about everywhere.
All right. So,
But
yeah.
it works out sometimes.
So what's your go-to?
I
I know what it is, but
love this time of year, water's starting to warm up. They're off the spawn. I'm throwing a big white chatterbait and just making, I just can't do the like bobbers, like bobber fishing. I don't know, man. There's just some of it. I can't just sit still and do it. Like I've got to constantly be casting something.
bring 2 poles.
Yeah.
You solve that problem.
Yeah.
You throw one out there with a bobber, and
See, but then what if I want to cast my chatterbait that way? Now I've got a line in the way.
I think you could figure out a way to get around that.
I mean, yeah, it'd be fine, but
Exactly.
I don't know. Yeah, no, this time of year, yeah, I'm throwing a big white chatterbait trailer on it and just ripping it across.
Deep water. Where are you fishing? You fishing up on the banks, pulling it from the banks to the boat, or are you fishing deeper water? What's your go-to? Obviously structure, but
I mean, yeah, structure, or even just not even necessarily structure, just some kind of topology to the pond.
Yeah.
I like going deep and kind of dragging it back up a shelf,
Sure.
kind of thing. I don't know. It's just throw that chatterbait out there and let it sink for a couple seconds and start reeling it in, or even like a swim bait or something like that. If it's a little overcast, throw in a swim bait. I don't know.
No,
I just like big. I like big moving baits.
I want to be a swim bait, like a swim bait fan. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's my luck. I have almost no luck whatsoever with swim baits. I don't know why. I mean, obviously I'm doing something wrong, but I don't hardly ever catch fish on swim baits. I'll catch them on worms. I can catch them on salamanders, but like legit swim baits, no.
Dude, I just got some. What are they called? The Guggen baits. They're swim baits. I don't want to say they're called the Sexy Shad or something like that.
Yeah, I have some of those.
Dude, they look awesome in the water.
Yeah.
Of course, the only spot I've used them is out on the freaking bay, fishing in the middle of nothing. So it's hard to say that. Oh, these things suck because. No, it's me sucking.
Well, no, I've had people tell me, if you're going to fish the bay, you need to fish with an Alabama rig. That's like the thing out there. Chesapeake Bay, everybody runs an Alabama rig, whether you're trolling or you're reeling or whatever. I mean, there's a reason why they're banned in by every tournament out there.
Right.
The Alabama rigs are banned. Okay, cool. But I don't know. Those Alabama rigs in the bay, a lot of the striper guys run them, so I think that's if somebody knows different, hey, tell me.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of the guys I've seen up here and talked to, and other good thing to do is if you're going to fish a new spot, go find a local bait store.
There you go.
And just go in and ask,
Absolutely.
9 times out of 10, the guys that are working those little mom and pop bait shops,
yep,
they're not I don't want anybody catching my fish.
They want you spending as much money in that shop as possible.
They're there to sell you crap. So they're going to say, hey, dudes are catching them on this.
Yep.
You should buy a couple of those.
You should buy a couple of those.
Hey, guys are catching them. I've heard a couple guys catching them on those too. You ought to buy a couple of those.
Yep.
They're catching them on this color and this other color.
Yep.
You might as well get, couple packs of each color.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they'll get you straightened out.
Yeah.
They're throwing a lot of big swim jigs up here.
Yeah.
Like big 5-inch.
Yep.
Big 5-6-inch swim jigs on half-ounce jig heads and stuff. And as I've slowly gotten into that, I just bought another tackle box. I was like, well, I'm gonna have one that's like bay stuff, one that's bass stuff, one that's trout stuff, panfish stuff. I'm like, oh God.
Yep.
It's getting to be a lot.
I like I'll tell you my go-to, without a doubt, and my go-to is always a crankbait. Always. It doesn't matter what time of the season it is. I will generally start with a crankbait, unless it's like slimy or whatever, and then it's going, some type of a frog or something. But I not 90% of the time I'll start with a crankbait and work my way from there.
Yeah.
But I like then I'll move to like, Allie likes, she's a excellent fisher person. She likes it, but she'll throw drop shots. She likes the Senkos.
Dude, they're so fun.
Yeah.
Weightless Senkos, so hard to beat. And that's one of those baits that you can throw in any pond. Yep. And you will catch something. Yep. Eventually you will catch something.
Yep. And I tell people, like, at least, like for me, if nothing else, if you can't see what's under the water and you can't, you have no clue, you're not running anything. You have no idea what's in this, pond, lake, river, whatever. I tell everybody, look for trees that are overhanging the water and throw it underneath it and make it a big plop. Yep. You would be, and once it hits the water, you need to let it sit for, count to 5.
Yeah.
and let it sit. As much as you want to yank it or move it or whatever, let it sit for like 5 seconds. And once you and see what happens. And then after that, it's up to you. But I have gotten more reaction bites from fish on ponds and lakes and rivers that I've never fished in before, that with using that method.
That happens. Yeah, same thing. Even throwing spinner baits, chatter baits. I like throwing big buzz baits in the spring.
Absolutely,
dude. I'll throw them out there and let them smack the water.
Yep.
And then same even with those. Even though it's a top water bait, those chatter baits or buzz baits rather, I'll let them sink 1 or 2 seconds and then start reeling them, because a lot of times they'll smack that water and it's just enough flutter on the way down. You'll get something to come up and strike it.
Absolutely,
it's happened a lot. It'll smack the water and you go to just start reeling in and you're like, what the heck? There's a fish on it.
Oh, there's something there. Yeah. and that's probably the main reason why I don't fish with like Cincos or well, let me rephrase it. It's probably the main reason why I don't fish with worms. I love them and they catch the hell out of some fish. I hands down they do. How you rig them, it doesn't matter. Fancy tailed, sticks, whatever. But the only drawback for worms for me is you might not ever know that fish is there because they hit them so soft. If you're just bumping it across the bottom, you're either going to get a fish that's coming up and they're going to say, what is this? And they'll just scoop it. Right. If you've got them coming down on that flutter down, you don't know that he's there until maybe you kind of, you tug and then next thing you know, you've got, I don't know, your personal best or whatever it is,
Well, and a lot of that plays into the rod and line choice too. Yeah. Which you'd sent me that article earlier.
Yeah.
On what's it called? RealRapture.com.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I've been checking it out. They've got a whole article on here from October of 23 about the different fishing line types, when to use them, how to rig them, all that kind of stuff, the pros and cons to each one. And, a lot of that plays into feeling those real soft bites on soft plastics versus, like my rod, I run braid on it, mostly because I'm an idiot. And I'll launch a chatterbait into a tree limb. And I'm getting my chatterbait back. It's coming back.
Absolutely.
Granted, if I threw a Cinco on, throw a wacky rig on it and sling it out there, I'm not feeling that bite.
Right.
Not going to happen.
Now, and for people who don't understand what a wacky rig is, it's basically a sideways mounted worm on a hook.
Yeah.
You can use an O-ring. There's lots of way to mount it. Put it on a ring and it legit just kind of floats down and when you pull it, it pulls from the center of the worm, and you get wonderful results.
Yeah.
From it.
Just instead of the worm swimming this way through the water, it does kind of a wee thing.
Yeah.
Just kind of flutters around there. But that's it's a really light strike, and normally it's a bump it up and it kind of flutters back down.
Yep.
They'll grab it on that flutter down, and you just kind of reel your line tight. And 9 times out of 10, they'll just kind of grab it and sit there with it.
Yep.
So if you don't happen to feel them,
yeah,
it happens to me a lot because I run braid, and I'll still run a wacky worm because I'm dumb. But I'll go to pop the lure up again, and I'm like, I felt a little different. I'll reel my slack up, and I'll see the line move a little bit. I'm like, that's because there's a fish on there.
Because of the fish.
Whack.
Now that's a whole nother thing. I hate it. But when you're setting a hook, there is absolutely no reason to set a hook like you're going to put a hook through the fish's brain.
Hey, that hook's if that hook's turned the wrong way and it's coming out the top of its mouth, better put a little gumption behind it.
I get it, but you ain't got to yank I've seen people yank fish out of the water trying to set hooks.
Oh, I mean, okay, yes, and it depends on where you're fishing and what you're fishing for. If you're fishing for bass,
bass,
you can set the hook pretty aggressively.
Sure.
Do you have to? 9 times out of 10, probably not.
Yep.
On
Now,
that,
I've been excited
now
before.
on that 9.5 pounder,
Yep.
I'm glad that I cranked the shit out of that hook set and drove that hook through its mouth.
Absolutely.
Because if I would have tried to set it like it was a little 1 pounder and just kind of bump and start reeling,
Screwed.
yeah, that hook would have been, oh, yeah, see ya.
There
Yeah,
it goes.
bye.
And you'd have never caught that fish.
Right. So,
'Cause
I
he wouldn't
mean,
have bit that same lure.
Oh, no.
He would never have gone that for
No.
that. Once you catch them, fish get smart. So,
unless you can find them, springtime on beds.
yeah.
You
And
can
then
kind
it's
of
reactionary.
you can
It's
pitch
all
around to them and piss them off, and they'll bite it. But
enough. Yeah.
you're right.
But yeah.
But yeah, the game's changing now. It's summer. It's warm. They're out moving and feeding. Not really. Well, they're probably still kind of protecting beds around here, but
The ones at my super secret special place are. They're still protecting beds.
dude, I watched. It's, I talk about that Flair, his videos.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see his video? They went back to his old property, the little pond that's on his old property, and they walked up to it, and the bluegill were spawning like on his boat ramp in this little pond. Dude, it looked like a golf ball. Like the bottom of the pond had so many beds on it. I mean, they were like touching each other.
Yeah.
And it's all you could, like, they put the polarized cap on the lens and shined it back down at the water, and you could see every single one of them had a bluegill sitting on it, protecting its bed, just swimming back.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, God damn, there's a lot of bluegill in that pond.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, that's sick.
Well, that's the same thing with like the pond that we went to.
Mm-hmm.
There is an overabundance of freaking bluegill in that pond.
That's why there's big fish in that pond.
Exactly.
That's why we need to start going in there and pulling out the little 1 pounders.
Yeah.
And kick them babies to the side or fry them up, have us a fish fry or something.
Yeah.
And 2 or 3 years, you'd be catching 10 pounders out of it every cast.
Yeah. I talked to the guy who basically runs that area.
Mm-hmm.
He's not opposed to it.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. I dove that pond to try to clean it up and get some stuff out of it. They need to fix the dam. The main spillway is clogged up, and there's a lot of turtles in there. Probably need to do something about the turtles. But
how do you even go about that? Getting turtles out of it. I know where we could get one.
I know where we could get one too.
Dude, imagine that. Hey, Wes, don't mind this one. We're gonna take it home with us.
Take him home. Nice little guy.
Carl would be like, "You're what?
You're what? I got some diesel fuel for you."
Yeah, you boys are crazy. Oh, that'd be a fun time.
But no, there's a lot of ways that you can work on decreasing the surplus population of the turtles. They still play a good role in there, but
right but it's like all things. There's a point.
Yeah,
there's a point where you get diminishing returns.
Absolutely. And,
unless it's stuff like bait fish, and you really can't ever have too many of those.
Yeah, and they've got a ton, and I mean, there's some catfish in there, and there's some big catfish. Allie caught I think she caught a 7-pounder on a Cinco. On a freaking Cinco.
That's awesome.
Yeah, not expecting that at all. 7-pound freaking catfish, and she's
on a Cinco. That's nuts.
Oh yeah. He fought like a bass.
I bet.
Oh my God. But yeah, so there's a lot of things in there, but I don't know. We probably need to I want to talk to him a little bit more about it, and he wants to make it a good place, and he wants to host some youth fishing youth fishing quote unquote tournaments to kind of get some kids involved, which I think is really cool.
It'd be even more fun than watching a bunch of kids doing just like a fishing tournament in a pond.
What's that?
Watching kids do a fishing tournament in a pond that has like 12-pound largemouth in it.
Yep.
And watch them dude, I'm just imagining the little like button clicker like Barbie rods, and you hook into a 12-pounder and that thing just just spool in line. They're like, what's happening? That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We'd have to get them all the little like fighting belts.
Yep.
Offshore fighting belts.
Fighting belts. Absolutely.
Get them some fighting chairs set up around the pond, dude. That'd be awesome. Just strap a 6-year-old into a fighting chair. Give him a freaking 7-foot medium heavy and just let them have at it, dude. That'd be a blast.
Oh man.
Oh,
there's nothing wrong with fishing with a Barbie rod, man. I mean,
hell no, dude. I had one of those. Shit, who makes it? I think it's Ugly Stick. The little dock demons.
oh yeah.
Dude, you can't break those rods. I've caught 4.5 pound bass on those rods.
Yeah.
All day long because I took it, immediately ripped the line off of it, and put like 12. I think I put like 12 or 14 pound mono on it.
Yep.
Dude, I'd catch anything on that rod. It's so much fun.
All right. I gotta ask. You could pick one fishing rod and one bait. You start with a fishing rod. What and it's for all species, any species, whatever it is. You can only have one rod, one reel, and one type of line and one lure. What's it gonna be?
I don't know, dude. I'm unfortunately I'm getting more into spinning reels.
That's nothing wrong with that. I think spinning reels.
Yeah. I think they're a little more versatile, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, let me caveat this then. Freshwater.
Freshwater.
No surf gas no surf gas, anything like that. So before we get down,
probably like a, I don't know, 7-ish foot medium. Probably medium spinning rod, some kind.
Which brand? What's your go-to brand?
Dude, I just picked up one of the St. Croix ones. That's why I say the 7-foot medium. Whatever I forget what they name it. It's their combo rod. So I had the Soul, which is their like offshore one. Yeah. I got their freshwater one last week. Dude, it is slick.
Really?
It is nice. And it's like $150.
Okay.
Which expensive.
That's a hell of a,
but by the time you buy a St. Croix rod and build a combo, $150 is
way beyond that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So probably that rod, I think I would take just about anywhere.
Okay.
But for bait though, God.
I'll tell you, my rod, without a doubt, is medium heavy favorite Summit Signature.
Yeah, I mean that thing's sick. Dude, my favorite's so nasty.
Yep. I don't think I would ever, now that I've had that rod.
Yeah.
There's not I got St. Croix. I've got Zebco 33 Classics on Ugly. I fished them all. And that Summit Signature. And the reel, I mean, I could say that I'd go with, with a lot of different ones, but quite honestly, I'm going to stick with my Shimano, DC, without a doubt.
Yeah, I think I would probably throw a spinning rod somewhere with some kind of soft plastic something.
I get it. Yeah,
some kind of crawler or worm or something.
What's your line? You're going to stick with braid?
No, not on that. I would throw probably 8 pounds, probably mono.
Okay. I'd throw 10 pound
just for a anywhere rod.
Yeah. I'd throw 10 mono.
Yeah, 8-10 pound mono.
Yeah.
I don't know there's much reason to go up to 12.
Nah. Well, I tell you, I like the P-line stuff.
Yeah, the P-line's nice.
I like that stuff. Other people bitch about it, whatever. I mean, it's Ford versus Chevy at that point. But
yeah,
I love the P-line
I'm
stuff.
a big fan of the Seagar.
I haven't fished with it a lot, but when I have fished with it, I really like it.
Yeah.
When I can find it. I can't find it all the time.
Yeah. It's hard to find.
Yeah.
You go back to your talking about your favorite rod.
Yeah.
I think, and favorite's a brand, by the way. We're not, it's not, it may be Mikey's favorite rod.
It is my favorite, but
it is the brand favorite. When we were fishing my uncle's pond, and you were throwing that little weightless crawfish around.
Yep.
I think that bait on that rod was the first time I really noticed fish, like really felt the bite.
Yep.
Because I've always just fished like heavy braided line, heavy mono, whatever.
Yep.
And just like never really noticed it.
Oh yeah.
And then when I was like, the line's not even tight. How am I able to feel that? And you could, I mean, clear as day. I watched the cross sinking. I couldn't see anymore. And you feel the thump. I'm like, oh, something's got it.
Nothing's moving.
No, I mean, the line slacks still.
Yeah.
I'm like, how in the hell is that even possible?
Oh, yeah.
And I'd reel a little bit and feel the thump, thump. Like, yep, there he is. Wank.
Wank. Yep.
Got him. But
And it's cool.
It's slick. As soon as that, I was like, all right, I want to go. I want to start fishing a little bit lighter so I can feel the bite, because there's something about it. It's
And
don't get me wrong, I love going real heavy and just ripping a spinnerbait across a pond or something. But you don't feel the bite.
No, but when
It just all of a sudden something smashes it and you're like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
But there's no that finesse when you feel that thump, thump,
Yep.
thump. You're like, oh, there he is.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah.
Don't mess this up, Benny.
those, but, and there's the drawback too of that, is that if you aren't if you're not patient enough, and you feel that initial hit,
Yeah.
and if say you're kind of newer to fishing, I won't say a newbie, because I don't think a newbie should ever touch that rod until they've got a little bit of experience, and not a lot, but a little.
Even just bait casters in general.
Yeah.
Honestly, bait casters are such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Oh yeah.
And I like the reason I like them is I can really take them, and I like to cast sidearm.
Yeah.
And I can really step into a bait caster.
It's
I mean,
going.
you can baseball swing that fucking
Yep,
thing. And
absolutely.
it's just whatever you're throwing is
Yep.
launching across the
And
pond.
10-pound mono or an 8-pound mono,
Yeah.
and you sling that bad boy across, it doesn't matter what
It's-
it is.
Yeah, it's moving across.
It's moving. But that's back to that though, is that that rod is so finely tuned that you can mistake, if you're not used to it, you can mistake the ground, the floor blade, the bed of whatever you're fishing with, as a potential strike.
Yeah.
And the other place that I've found that rod really doesn't do you a lot of good is, I mean, still a rod, you still catch fish with it, but and this is just being temperamental, is if you're fishing in the Shenandoah River, if you have a rod that is super sensitive,
Yeah.
you are going to feel every single rock.
Yep.
And I promise you, you're going to set the hook on things that you could have swore was the biggest fish you've ever caught in your life. So,
hey man, I've been there, done that. I've caught a few river rocks in my day.
absolutely. But aside from that, I think that's probably, in my opinion, I'd go favorite Summit signature. And I think they make that on a spinning reel as well. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but
I wouldn't be surprised.
I would assume that they do.
Yeah. I want to look and see what that St. Croix rod's called.
Yeah, but a 10-pound mono, or that P line, something like that, and then throw, the DC on there with. I'd probably, if I could only pick one bait, it'd be a crawfish.
That's what I'm saying. Some kind of weird little grub.
Yep.
Something.
Yeah. Something that flutters. I don't really care about the color. Give me mud brown or watermelon or whatever they call it.
Yep. So you go some kind of watermelon or green pumpkin or something like that. Throw the thing anywhere.
Well, I'm a green pumpkin fan, so. But yeah, I think that's kind of the move. Lunker Hut makes a really good crawfish. Not that they pay me to say that, but Lunker Hut has got a really, really good crawfish out there. It's a salted crawfish. I think that's the one that we were using.
Yeah, I think it was. It works. Worked pretty well.
Yeah. And it's my go-to. If I don't know what else to throw, I think, and it's, and I don't, maybe it's not forgiving enough to throw a crankbait or something. That crawfish is coming out right after the crankbait. So.
Yeah. So that, the St. Croix combo, it's a spinning combo. It's called the X Trek.
Really?
fishing system. So they make a 6.6 medium light, a 6.6 medium, 7-foot medium, and another 7-foot. What's the difference between those two? Oh, they're both 7-foot medium fast. Oh, whatever. So they make a medium light and then medium fast.
Where'd you get yours from?
Bass Pro.
Ooh, you hurt my heart.
Hey, I get club points and military discount. So
I get that.
and we actually have a decently stocked Bass Pro.
Well, yeah,
For fishing stuff, we've got a decent Bass Pro. Hunting stuff, this Bass Pro is abysmal.
Oh, I meant to ask. All right. So hunting, real quick. Just a very quick question. I can't remember if you said you were or you're not, but are you a black powder rifle guy?
I've done it.
I remember you saying that you were, but I couldn't remember.
I've done it one time.
Oh, okay. All right.
And it was badass. I love it. It's so fun to shoot. I've got one. And I've taken it out here in Maryland a few times because I'll use it for rifle season. Because Maryland, you can't shoot rifles.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go shoot my freaking muzzle loader that is still accurate out to 200 yards and hits way harder. That's fine.
Now, is it still iron sights in Maryland?
No, you can have
so you can use
it's got a scope.
Okay. All right, sorry, I didn't want to get into the I didn't want to sit there and talk about hunting or anything like that. I meant to ask, and I was looking to see, potentially, I might get into that world. So looking
fun.
for recommendations and see what we can come up with.
Yeah, so I shoot it's a CVA. I forget which one.
I was looking at one.
Yeah,
CVAs
are good.
Yeah.
That's what the one time I've killed a deer with one. It wasn't even mine. I went home. It was one of the I went home on leave kind of things. Or I think it was around like Christmas time. I went back to Missouri. My uncle was going to the farm and he's like, "Hey, you want to go up to the farm?" I'm like, "I don't have any. What am I going to shoot with?" Like, no, I don't have a muzzle loader. And one of my dad's buddies was like, "Take one of mine." I'm like, "You have one?" And he's like, "I've got like 4 of them, dude." And he's like, "Here, we sighted this one in like 2 weeks ago. Take this, put 3 pellets in it, shove this barrel or this bullet down the barrel, put the primer in the back, cock the hammer back, pull the trigger. That's all you got to know." And I was like, "Okay." Sitting in the stand, dude. It was so perfect too. Like late December, it was snowing, and I'm sitting in the stand with a black powder. I was like, this is sick.
This is this way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, this is cool. And I had a doe walk out at like 40 yards, and I was like, "Yeah, you're getting shot." Like, yeah, this is happening. And it was the weirdest. Dude, I shot it. It jumped that deer had to have jumped 8 foot straight up in the air.
No way.
And then hit the ground, face planted, jumped up, and took off running. And I was like, "Did I just miss? Like, what in the hell was that?" Right. And then I watched her, and you've been to our farm. That grass used to be, I was saying that grass used to be like 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
I watched her running through the grass, and I watched her fall again. I couldn't see her, but I saw snow kick up over top the grass. And I was like, "Oh, she just fell right there." Like, she rolled and threw snow up over the grass. Like, all right, cool, she's down. And I'm like looking, and all of a sudden I see her up moving again, like hauling ass across the field. And I'm like, "What in the hell is happening?" And we're like halfway back that backfield. And kind of right where you set up, where that real thin wood line is.
Yeah.
That was the last place I saw her, was cut through, like full speed through that, and just hauling ass, like towards the front of the, like up towards the pond. And I was like, "What the hell just happened?"
Right.
And we get down and we're looking, and I'm looking at where I shot her. There's not a drop of blood on the ground.
Oh, dear God.
I'm like, "So I didn't hit it?" I was like, 50? Yeah. I was like, "I didn't hit it?" I was like, "This doesn't make any sense." Like, I know I hit that deer. I watched it fall. Like, I know I hit that deer. No blood. And so my uncle's, kind of looking. We start making circles, and I'm like, "Screw this. I know where it ran." I just started following the tracks through the snow. Found the big blown out section of snow where she fell. Not a single drop of blood, no hair, nothing. I'm like, what the hell happened? I keep following that trail up. I get right to where that little, like, real thin wood line is.
Oh.
She's laying on the other side of it, completely just folded up in the grass.
Huh.
Stone dead. And I'm like, how did you run this far? Still no blood on the ground. And I'm like, what the hell? We roll her over, and she's got holes straight through both shoulders, like right behind her shoulders, straight through both sides. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So we get back to the barn, you know, we're doing our thing and pull the heart out, and the heart's in two separate pieces. I'm like, how did you possibly run this far with no heart? How did you do this? It made zero sense. Yep. I was like, all right. I guess adrenaline's a hell of a drug, because that makes, I mean, you know how far that is. She ran 200 yards. Yeah. Full sprint.
Yeah. With a blown up lung.
With a
blown up heart.
With a,
and obviously a blown up lung.
With a disintegrated heart. Right. I'm like, how did this happen? Yeah. All right, whatever. But the black powder thing's cool because you pull the trigger and you don't see anything for a second. It's just a big poof of smoke out in front of you. Right. And you're like, what happened? You like diving around, like, oh shit, where? Oh, she's over here. Oh, okay, there. Yep, there she is.
I might have to borrow that from you.
Yeah, we'll go shoot it.
Go shoot it up there at Peacemakers.
Yeah, that's fine. I said I've got a shit ton of primers for it. Because when they started getting hard to buy, I went and bought a couple more boxes. So
yeah, good luck with that.
I've got primers and powder, and might have to grab some bullets, but other than that, grab some cheap power belts and shove down the barrel and let her eat.
Oslo has decided that he's going to come in and hang out.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's my bud.
Yeah, he's a jerk today.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh, he is a jerk today. I have the teeth marks to prove it.
Oh, that's always good.
Well, it wasn't his fault.
Real quick thing while we're talking about hunting before we go back to whatever we're going to venture to next. Dive Bomb released a video on Kings Bend, their new club. Dude, it is sick.
Really?
I don't know if you've watched it yet. I'm guessing you probably haven't. I will send you a link when we're done.
Okay.
It is awesome. And I watching the video, and especially because they're in Missouri. So I knew where they were. And I'm like, oh, I know right where that is. And like all the guys that are like, oh, you know, this company came out to drill the wells to pump the water and everything. I was like, oh, I know that guy. But they took, it's a 203 acre farm.
Okay.
And it backs up against one of the a state owned piece of property. Okay. And they show the whole process start to finish of taking this square 200 acre cornfield and turning it into a duck club.
All right.
It is slick.
Did you do the shirt of the month from them?
No, I didn't. I never did.
You should take a look at the shirt of the month.
What is this one's? They're always so good, and every time I see one, I'm like, I need to get one of those.
I think that it's awesome.
I need to get a pair of waders.
You have a pair of waders.
Yeah, they're still sitting in my tote in the garage.
That's a you problem.
Yeah, no. Oh, nice, dude.
Isn't it cool?
Little gaddy. Fuck yeah. That thing's slick.
Yeah.
It looks like one of the pictures from their Arkansas hunt.
It looks cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's sweet.
I was impressed. I really, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, they've I like their, I saw that. I saw their waders. Goodness gracious. I got another visitor. Hold on just a second.
Oh boy. There's the mean one.
Yeah, well, she's just a little sensitive today.
Oh, Oslo beating her up.
No,
you
believe that?
We
we have some Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. I don't know what it is lately. She's been. I'll sit in a chair, and normally she doesn't like. She won't come up and like sit down like when I'm in this room.
Mm-hmm.
She'll go hang out with Al or whatever. But I don't know. Lately, she's been. I don't know. She's been needy.
She's been being nice. She did something. She did something
guess.
bad.
Probably.
You just ain't found it yet.
Did you do something terrible? No, but you're going to.
She said, I'm gonna poop in your bed tonight, but I'm gonna be real nice to you right now so you don't yell at me.
Thank God that doesn't happen. My goodness. I don't know that that'd be terrible.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, she's been needy. So but yeah, I think the dive bomb stuff, they're I need a new set of waders. And that'll be my next purchase.
Yeah,
without a doubt, is their waders.
Yeah,
some of them have Sitka money.
well, I don't either. That's the bad thing is I don't have Sitka wader money, but for some reason I got a pair of them sitting outside.
What was it that? Oh, your mom said it the absolute best. You got champagne lifestyle on beer money budget.
That's right. Yep. Yeah, you got champagne taste on a beer budget.
Yeah, that's it. That was it. That was the first time I'd ever heard that. I was like, man, that's perfect. All right.
Yeah, it's a little too accurate, I think sometimes. Kind of sucks, but whatever.
Oh man.
It'll be fine, dude. Eventually the military will make a little bit of money. It'll be all right.
Okay. Okay.
Probably not, but
I got some oceanfront property to sell you in Arizona too.
That's right, dude. Did you see the new Marine Corps thing?
I did.
Way off topic here, but that they're graduating basic training as gunnery sergeants.
Yeah. No way.
What?
Yeah.
How is that going to be a thing?
Read more into it before you say that. So you back in the day, if you go back and you look, when the Army decided that they needed special operators, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't want to send people to Ranger school. So they decided that they would just build people, right? They would build their own group, which fortunately or unfortunately worked. It didn't work or whatever you want to say. But, so those people got promoted quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Marine Corps is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's not everybody comes out of boot camp as a gunny.
Well, yeah, it's certain career fields.
Yeah.
But
very certain career fields.
But we're like, dude, what?
Yeah.
Like, how is that 18-year-old going to go through basic training? Outranking his drill instructor? Ain't no way, dude. You're going to get in my face and yell at me? You go sit down. You go do push-ups.
Well, they all start as a private.
Yeah. Dude.
Well, they start as a recruit.
Right.
Same thing in the Navy.
Yeah. I mean, we're trainees, whatever.
Yeah.
But
ours are, you walk in and you're a recruit. You will be a recruit until you graduate. And when
brother, graduation day? Oh, dude, I'd be smoking the shit out of my MTI, dude.
No.
Dude, hey, check this out, boss. You wanted to, hey.
They would kill you.
You outrank them, brother.
No, they would kill you.
Dude, it'd be nuts.
They would absolutely.
That'd be so fucking insane.
But yeah,
super cool though. I'm excited to see what happens with that because that's. I have a feeling that's one of those ye old U.S. military shit shows that's going to unfold, and I love those. That's what I live for.
Yeah. But like I said, they're going to be. There's still. I mean, to become a gunny, you've got to go through selection. There's a lot to that. So
yeah,
I don't think that you're going to graduate as a gunny. It's not going to happen. Not for the Marine Corps.
I don't know, man.
No,
I don't know, dude.
No way. If they are, they're going to be people who sit behind a desk.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. They will never, ever see a field of combat.
Oh, no.
I did see, and I'll tell you this much: we're way off topic, but I did see that
It's pretty typical for our podcast, I think.
They are actually a group of someones are actually thinking of, they created the Space Force.
Yep.
They are actually looking at creating a cyber warfare group, specific cyber warfare.
That's kind of dumb. I feel like that should just be a Space Force thing.
No.
Why would it not be?
It's Space Force.
Yeah, it's space and cyber.
No. They can control rockets, and they can drive, satellites, and they can do things like that. The person who owns the electromagnetic sphere is the person who rules the battlefield.
Yeah.
So, but
that'd be cool.
I think it's cool. If they're going to come up with that branch of service, a cyber warfare, branch of service, I think it'd be pretty cool.
Air Force released warrant officers officially.
Did they?
It's real. It's a real thing.
What's the application process going to be?
Brutal. 2 of the guys in my office put in for it for the first round, for not our career field, but they put in for it anyway because it's not their actual career field, but it's what they've been doing.
Sure.
And it was like a pretty hard, no. It was like, whoa. It just ridiculous stuff.
I wonder how many people applied. Do they have?
I think
numbers?
Not yet. The cutoff for it was like a week or 2 ago.
You didn't apply?
No, it's not my career field. I don't, and it's not even my fake career field. It's just legitimately nothing that I do. So no, I'm gonna wait until my career field's up. Try to have some more rank and experience, but I'm definitely gonna put in for it when our career field comes up.
That's cool.
But one of the craziest thing I think from the whole process they had to do, one of the things they had to turn in their packet was their high school diploma.
What?
Tell me why active duty military has to turn in a diploma or high school diploma or, GED, whatever you have. You have to have one to be in the military.
No, you don't.
Oh, you have to for Air Force.
So, all right. So I will tell you, I know that, what was it, 5 years ago, the Army withdrew that requirement. Yeah. And then the Navy withdrew it if you scored a certain score on your ASVAB. Yeah. And then when I originally came in, you didn't have to have a diploma. You didn't have to have you could be a complete dropout. However, you had to, at some point within your time, within a time limit, you had to go get a GED or something like that. So so they had things like that, but this was also the same time frame that they would send people into the military. The judges would say you can go to jail.
You're going to jail or you're going to war.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Air Force, you have to have either a diploma or a GED to join.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, we're like, it's not that you actually graduated high school, it's a test.
Yeah.
It's 100%. It's a test to see if you are, organized enough and serious,
Sure.
Do you know where your high school diploma is? I don't know where mine is.
I do. I know where yours is too.
Fuck. Probably at my mom's house.
It's on a wall.
Oh, is it?
It was. I remember seeing it sitting out somewhere.
Oh, news to me.
I thought I did. I could have imagined that. Who knows? But
I don't know. I have no idea where mine is. I'd have to call mom and be like, "Hey,
your mom's organized.
Where is this?"
And he's not.
Yeah, but I could turn it in, and hey, they don't need to know that.
Full credit.
But yeah, we were like, dude, this is just a test to see if you're organized, either A, organized enough to have it, or B, have the problem solving skills to either find it and or acquire it from somewhere.
Sure.
That's all this is. It's a fucking test.
Yeah.
We're like, oh God, dude, this is nuts. What in the hell, dude?
Oh yeah.
But pretty cool though.
But it's a weed out process, right?
Oh yeah.
Like everything else.
Yeah.
So.
That's the easiest way to say, nope, not you.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't put this in your package. Thanks.
Yep. See ya.
Yeah, I don't even have to look at that package.
Yeah.
It's not a complete package.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know, man.
Crazy, dude. But yeah, it's a real thing. It's exciting.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I wouldn't complain about it.
No, I'm excited for it.
When are they going to come out with your career field? Do you have any idea? No.
Maybe later this year. I don't know. They're not sure. They ain't sure yet.
We needed to check Facebook.
To check Facebook?
Yeah, I don't know.
For what, dude?
I don't know.
Who told you that, Al?
Yes.
Man, what are we checking on here?
I don't know.
All right, cool. Cool. What am I supposed to be looking at?
I don't know.
Allie, you got to be more specific. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for.
Oh no, it's supposed to make sure you respond to Facebook. That was it.
What? I don't even see anything on it.
Right, I didn't either.
Yeah. Okay.
I think she was just being cool.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So
Good looking out.
I don't know.
Good looking out.
Look out for us.
Dude, did you see the rocket launch today?
I did not. I'm gonna watch it though.
Shit was tight.
Don't ruin it for me.
It was pretty cool.
I don't know how it ends.
Ugly rocket.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Seems to be a common theme between everyone recently for a certain shape on all of these space vehicles. Yeah. And I don't know why that's a thing, but
why wouldn't it be?
It's a choice.
I mean, come on, look.
They're all ugly as hell.
When you create a car based off of Spaceballs,
yeah.
I mean, come on.
Dude, I saw one on the highway this morning. One of the Cybertrucks on the way to work.
Yeah.
Dude, it is the ugliest goddamn thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's so, dude, I was merging onto the highway next to it, right? As I get up next to it, you can see, because it's metal, it's just bare metal. There's no paint on it, right? Yep. So you can see all the little oily handprints. You know how it makes that like iridescent like oil film? You can see that all over the doors, like right on the corners where you'd grab to shut your door. Mm-hmm. You can see that all over that. The metal isn't straight. Like you can see all the like wavering in the metal. I'm like, dude, that thing looks fucking terrible.
Yep.
I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, that thing looks like garbage.
Yeah, I saw one up close. I wasn't a fan.
Like, it's cool, I guess. You know, it's bulletproof or whatever, but like,
well,
it's ugly as shit.
I've been in armored up Humvees. So
yeah, I say I've been in much cooler things that are bulletproof.
Yeah,
Cybertruck is fucking ugly. I don't know. Whatever. I'd drive one.
Does it have ludicrous mode too?
Probably.
Yeah. I still think I don't care who you are. I think that was absolutely the funniest thing on the planet. He came out with a plaid Tesla, and then he, of course he engages ludicrous mode. And it's just like, man, Spaceballs fan. I get it. That was cool.
I like it.
Good recall.
I like it. Well played.
Yeah, well played. And when you own your own car company, you can do that too.
Yeah, well, one day, Mikey. One day.
Yeah, there you go. All right, but I think how close are we?
We are at 103.
All right, so we're just over.
Just right at it.
But hopefully, I think the weather is supposed to hold. We're going to get some rain, or at least in the Nova, Northern Virginia, capital regional area, whatever you want to call us. In this area, we're supposed to get rain tomorrow, but I think the weekend's supposed to be somewhat okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So if we get rain Thursday, that means Saturday, there's a good chance the water's going to be clearing up. So you get some good bites. So get some fishing in on Saturday.
Yeah.
Father's Day. Don't forget about that.
Oh, shit.
Oh, don't do it.
Whoops.
Don't do it.
My dad they're on vacation right now, and he's fucking fried, apparently.
Oh, no.
It's like, dude, why?
No.
He's like, I sat in the chair at the pool all day. He's like, tops of my feet are sunburnt.
That's the worst.
Like, that is great, dude.
Worst.
Good job.
Yeah. What's even worse than that is like if you have like Crocs or flip flops or something like that.
Yeah.
Have the line.
Oh, dude, the little dots.
Yeah.
Dude, that happened to me one year. I was wearing like those Chaco sandals.
Yep.
And dude, I had the straps across the top of my feet, and the rest of it was fucking like purple.
Yep.
Dude, it hurt so bad. God, it was terrible.
Also, if you hunted in South Dakota this year, turkey hunted in South Dakota, the survey went out. So
saw that.
Make sure you respond to your survey.
Do it.
I did. I commented too.
Do it, dude.
I'll have to let you see how that comment.
Do your survey. Yeah, I got to get mine done still.
Yeah. So, but do your survey. It's important. Yeah. But anyway, all right.
Right on.
So go fishing this weekend. Looks like it's gonna be okay.
Oh yeah, Captain.
Yeah, maybe. All right, Cap.
Don't twist my arm.
and then maybe we'll I don't know. Hopefully, Travis doing bow fishing trips this weekend?
I don't know, dude. I think he's watching right now. We have one viewer, and I saw that he just liked the video. But I don't know what he's doing this weekend, dude. I think he just doesn't want to go fishing with me. I think is what it is.
I believe it.
I mean, I don't blame him. Totally fair. I don't even want to go fishing with me.
There you go. But whatever. He put a ring on it, so now he's
I know, dude. Now he's freaking busy and has no time to go hang out with the boys. Terrible, dude.
Sticks for the boys. I mean,
no sticks for the boys, dude.
Sticks for the boys. That's terrible.
It's brutal, dude.
All right, man.
We'll get into some.
We'll hopefully people will get some fishing in and like to see some pictures. Send them to us. We'll put them up.
I say, yeah, tag us in it or send them to us and we'll post them, whatever.
Yeah, Bennett will, not me.
Yeah, I'll do that. It's just going to be, dude, I'm posting like 30. I'm taking a picture with every little freaking sunfish I catch this week and posting it as a new post on the Instagram page.
I think that'd be cool.
It's going to be sick.
I'm going to do that. Actually, I'm sorry, Saturday is taken.
Oh, yeah, you're busy Saturday. You got big, well...
Yeah, you can't.
I was gonna say big plans, but I guess you could say little plans. All right, we're done. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you next week.
You've been listening to The Hunting Quest. No matter how crazy, high-tech, or lazy the rest of the country gets, we will always be hunting and fishing. If that's you, you've found your new family. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. Reach out to us by email at info@thehuntingquest.com. And check us out on Instagram and YouTube at The Hunting Quest. See you next time.